McDavid. Moves in, McDavid goes upstairs! What a goal!
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode 5 of this Hamilton Tigers franchise mode on NHL 20. Today, guys, we are jumping into the 2021 NHL Entry Draft, looking to land that lottery pick. Doesn't quite happen, and we actually lose out on the lottery pretty badly there by the looks of it. That's not great. Okay, so we land the number 2 pick. I'm happy with that. We land the number 5 when we, had the number 2 anyways. The St. Louis Blues move up a couple spots. The Vancouver Canucks move up a ton of spots. So, 2 and 5, we're still going to land 2 elite players. I'm not complaining about that. It's just that, we could have potentially moved up even higher there. I'm all right with what we got there still. I'm not complaining. It's just Aatu Räty would have been a beast. I think Brandon Steves will still be just fine. We could even go with a guy like Trevor Wong potentially. But, we're in need of forwards more so than defense at this point. So I think Steves and Bjorkstrand would be just fine selections for our team here, even if we do have to wait a year for one of those guys. And then our other picks, there's guys throughout here that we can land. And the guy that, I seem to always end up drafting because he's just always in here is, what's his name? Third rounder, not Winnick, but Winnick could potentially be really good too at the 70th pick. But Brant Clark right here, medium elite 2A defender. And I know he's 5-year ETA, but, medium elites are kind of important when it comes to actually landing players that we need for our team to be successful. So, retirees, Zdeno Chara is done at the age of 44. Chris Kunitz retires, David Backes, Dion Phaneuf, Drew Stafford, Nathan Horton. There's some decent players in here, like guys who had decent careers for sure. Only one goalie retires in Jonas Gustafsson. And do we lose any coaches? Doesn't look like it. So, yeah, I'm not really feeling draft interviews. They usually don't give you enough information to really determine anything. So, yeah, that's why we're not doing them. Looking at our team overall here, though, we got some serious growth in our players throughout the system. Some guys had really poor seasons. Other guys were looking way better. But, I do have specific players that I am more or less looking to kind of move here. So a guy like Connor Sheary possibly, or like maybe Vince Dunn. I'm feeling more like guys like Brandon Carlo should be up on the block. Guys like, what's his name here? Adam Larson should be up on the block because they didn't grow. They actually declined. Okay. So we are going to jump into the 2021 draft here, and the St. Louis Blues are going to land Aatu Räty. 77 rated, high elite 2A forward. Not quite as good as Lafreniere, but still a very good player. I don't think there's much hesitation here. Brandon Steves is just the bigger, higher ranked, he didn't have more points, but he was playing in like an actual men's league. So we're going to go with Steves. He's only 78 rated. Dang. That is not good enough. So yeah, that pick kind of hurts. The Islanders decided to go with Martinook. And, we could have used him, but it doesn't make a big difference in the long run. And overall, yeah, this is not a strong draft at all. Jeez. Okay, so I am going to call a timeout here just to make sure that we actually land all the players that we want. I currently have kind of a short list set up here of guys that I'm looking into, guys that will help our system out in the long run, and yeah. Okay, Dallas possesses the 6th pick, which, in my opinion, is going to be a fairly valued pick. And they'd be over the salary cap. Of course they would. Oh, man. Who's getting paid way too much on this team? Corey Perry. We try this. I'm going to try this. I don't know if it's going to go through. But Dallas's 3 picks there, their 1st, 3rd, and 5th rounder picks, which are the 6th, 68th, and 132nd picks, as well as Corey Perry in exchange for Marcus Granlund, or Mikael Granlund, not Marcus Granlund, sorry. And they rejected that, so I'm going to offer them... Yeah, we're going to go with the 17th pick here too. And that is accepted. All right, so that is good because that means we have pick 5 and 6 now. And that means that we have the ability to draft not only Robert Bjorkstrand here, who we are going to take right now, 72 rated 2A forward, not bad. But we're also going to go for a guy in Carson Lambos because, well, if you've played franchise mode enough, you know Lambos is an elite defenseman. Even though he's not the highest rated, he's still got that elite potential, which is absolutely huge in this game. So yes, we passed on some higher rated players, but that doesn't bother me at all because Lambos has the better potential, and I know he will get there eventually. It's just a matter of when, really. So we could go for Sean Bengoa here as well, or Rodney Booma, or Akeem Hecht, or I don't know who else is. Guys that are going to have high ratings are guys like Stankoven or even Gunther. 2-year ETA is much better than 3 or 4. So the problem is those guys are all left wingers, and I don't know if I want left wingers. So we're going to go with Sean Bengoa here, see how he turns out. 69 rated 2A defenseman. That is huge. That's a really good pick there. And, I'm happy with this first round overall. Yes, we missed out on, Stankoven, Lockhart. Those guys are all fairly high rated, but I think we made the right pick there still in Bengoa. And, didn't exactly miss out on much. So, very good first round of the draft. And I think it went exactly how I wanted it to. We're going to take Johan. Actually, who's better here? They're saying Jakobsen is better here, so we're going to take him just because, 6'2", playmaking center. He's going to be able to do just about everything. And, yeah, he's just got less minuses. Yeah, he's got a shot utilization problem, it says, but I don't know if it's that much of a problem. So we're going to take Jakobsen here, 65 rated, medium top 6 forward. And did we miss out on anybody big there? I don't think we didn't even lose that other guy yet. So this winger here, we can still take him. We could take Bjorkstrand as well because he's a right-handed defenseman. Honestly, he looks pretty good, but I don't know. I'm kind of feeling this Mihalik guy instead, Miroslav Mihalik. So I'm gonna take him. I just get the feeling he's gonna be good. 64 overall, and we will see if we made a mistake or not here. Really. So was Mihalik the right choice, or should we have gone with Bjorkstrand? No, Mihalik was the right choice. So I'm happy with that pick. Higher rated overall. And yeah, this team is the prospect pool is just dropping. Like, there's so much depth now in this prospect pool. I'm really happy with it for sure. So with the 68th pick here, we're going to take Martin Winnick. Says he's a gem, and unfortunately he's only a low top 6 instead of a low elite. So that was not great. I was really hoping for him to be low elite, just because that potential is actually quite good in this game. We're not going to take a risk. We're going to take Brandt Clarke simply based on potential again, even though he's like 50-something rated. Yeah, 54 rated, but he's a medium elite defenseman. So that's why we aren't messing around, is because we know that that potential can get us something in this game. So let's see, who else was good in here? Overall, this honestly looks like a pretty weak draft. Yeah, there really was not a lot of options in here. Yikes. Usually there's like one or two guys that are like actually good and actually on a level where it's like, okay, that guy has a good chance of making the NHL in a couple of years. No. Just no. Nobody at all. So, going to take a risk on Pavel Sergeyev here. And I believe that's our last pick. I might be wrong, but that's one of our last picks anyways. So yeah, Pavel Sergeyev, is he a low elite or is he just a low top 4? And he is a low elite. Nice. So 52 rated. A little bit lower rated than, any of our other prospects, but overall, I'm happy with it still. Good pick. And probably the best pick of that round, to be honest. Oh, maybe not. Rissanen there for Columbus. UC Rissanen looks like he could be good. Oh my gosh, Stortini. Alan Stortini. Absolute gem. Jeez. I wish we got a 67 rated left winger. There were quite a few low elites in that round, I have to say. So, yeah, we could go with Joachim Koivu. I don't know anything about him, though. Yeah, and that's not great. I'm kind of feeling Malmstrom here. We haven't actually taken a goalie this draft yet, so does he turn out? No, he's a medium fringe starter. And, late round picks you can afford to do or take risks like that. But, a high fringe starter would have been better. Apparently there was a couple guys in here that would have been better. And this is our last pick of the draft now, 7th round, second overall pick in the 7th. It's also known as the 149th pick, or 194th pick, sorry. And anybody in here that could, potentially make a difference? Tyler Henley, maybe? Yeah, we didn't have a ton of scouting reports in here. And by the looks of it, well, you could try Purinton there, but yeah, he's the only one there with any kind of potential, possibly. And he's a medium backup. Nice. Okay. So that's going to wrap it up for the draft. We're not even going to worry about what other teams got in the 7th round. I mean, we had the 2, 5, and the 6 picks, as well as the 13th. Like, all of our picks right up to, Sergeyev were really decent. I'm really happy with how that draft turned out. And, yeah, we got a much better prospect pool now as the Tigers for sure. So we managed to pick up all of those players without giving away a whole bunch of assets from our team, which I am, very pleased with. Usually our team ends up having to drop a player or two, but no, didn't really happen that draft. And as a result, our team definitely is going to be more competitive over the next 5 to 10 seasons, especially with the way that draft went. That was a stellar draft overall. We picked up a very good center there in Steves. And who else? We got Lambos. He's going to probably go back to the AHL or something like that. But, or not the AHL. He's probably going to go back to the CHL. But we've got some guys here expiring on their deals. And not a lot of them. Just 1 or 2 or 3. So Sanheim wants to re-sign, but the max we can give him is a 2-year contract. So we can offer him 4.8 for the next 2 years. I think he'll take that. We could go for Vinny Hinostroza too, but he only wants 1 year, and he doesn't actually want to re-sign with our team. So maybe we go with a guy like Corey Perry instead. And Yeah, we could give him 3 years. He's probably going to drop off pretty quickly there. And then a guy like Bjorkstrand we've had on the team for 2 seasons now, so we can only really sign him up for 1 more year. So we're going to go 1 year, $2.7 million, and we'll probably end up trying to trade a bunch of these guys. As far as Brian Steves goes here, I mean, another second overall pick as a center. I think he's going to be good, but, you know, I said that about Leopold, and he's only gotten to an 82 rating in 3 seasons almost. So, yeah, that's kind of where our team's at right now, where, like, okay, are we going to get prospect development, or are guys just going to be brutal here for us? Let's give Brandon Carlo an RFA, and hopefully some team will offer him something. We're not re-signing a whole bunch of these guys. We're going to trade a bunch of them if we can. Bjorkstrand here, Robert Bjorkstrand, we're going to get into the team. What's this guy's name? Bengoa. Sean Bengoa, yeah. We're going to try to get in as well. But, like, there's some good players in here. We got Walton. We got, like, who else? Walton, Robert Nylander, Noel Gunler, Vitaly Samsonov. Like, these guys are going to be good eventually. And, like, we just added even more depth to the AHL with Johan Jakobsen. And, I mean, eventually Carson Lambos should be getting into these teams, but we'll see. As far as Mihalik goes, what's his name? Miroslav. That's actually a pretty awesome name, Miroslav Mihalik. Yeah, these guys should be good. I was a little upset with the way Winnick turned out, but besides that, you know, we're going to let a bunch of guys just go back to wherever they're playing or where they were playing. Is that really all Saros wants? No way. I'm giving him $1.5 million because I feel bad if I don't. Jeez, buddy, you should definitely value yourself a little more than that. Could sign Bednar. I don't think that's a great idea. I think we let a Bister here just continue to grow, and hopefully he will turn into that goaltender we're looking for. As far as the rest of the team goes, I think that's pretty much it for signings that we're going to make this contract extension phase. And yeah, our team's not in bad shape. It's not in great shape either, but yeah, we got a little bit of work to do here in free agency if we want to be a competitive team at all. And I don't know what we're going to rely on here because, you know, normally draft picks can turn out to be insane, but I'm at the point where it's like, okay, do we just trade Pietrangelo, like just get him out of here because he doesn't like how our team's doing, or like what? So, you know, we could just say like, screw it, move on from Pietrangelo. He's not going to make a difference. But it looks of it, almost everybody signed there. There was a couple guys. I think Corey Perry said he didn't want to re-sign just because of the guys in his position, which is funny because he's really only worth about $2 million anyways. Yeah, no, there's nobody like... Stahl wants a contract. I'll give you like $925. You only get 1 more year because you've been here for pretty much the entire time. And, well, that's about it. Definitely need to pick up some more defenders because Adam Larson and Brandon Carlo have both just dropped off with morale. So, okay, you know what? We're not signing either of those guys then. Actually, no, Mark Stahl signed, but not signing Corey Perry. I don't care about that. Like, we can pick up other good wingers. And, yeah, I mean, overall, we don't have a ton of picks for this upcoming season, but, you know, I'm sure we can pick up some picks and, you know, kind of get to work on that front of, I mean, we have Florida's, so that could make a difference, possibly. But, yeah, we are looking for first-round picks if we can get them. Let's see who the free agents are here. I didn't really look ahead to see who they were. Not great. Not great if I do say so. What about Tendies? Lundqvist, he's 39 though. We could go with Grubauer. But he wants a lot of money because of how he just performed. And overall, yeah, that's not awesome. Maybe we go with slightly weaker goaltending. Look to trade a guy like Robin Lehner, potentially. And yeah, I mean, overall, the progress reports here, they're not showing well. So yeah, like our centers, we could definitely use some better centers. Yeah, that's not great. Wingers, our left wing's actually fairly solid at the moment. Our right wing is getting there. And then our defense is in more or less, I want to say shambles, but it's not really. It just doesn't look great. That's the thing right now, is that this team could look better. We have way too many left-handed defensemen as well. That's what it looks like here. Brandon Carlos somehow back up to an 81. Don't ask me how. Oh, man. Okay, whatever. And then goaltending, we have Lehner. We could put Saros in, as well as go out and sign a guy like Tristan Jarry or somebody like that. Like, the elite goaltender would get us some value in return. We'd be able to pick up a pick or something like that, will benefit this Hamilton team in the future. But yeah, I'm kind of stuck as far as who to sign, what to do, and that kind of thing. I am going to offer Corey Perry a contract there, $2.2 million. See if he can actually make a difference. Besides that, I think we could try to go with a guy like Jarry here. He's really not asking for much money. And, I mean, if we can have goalies for that cheap, that means that we could go out and try to, either sign centers or do something along that line, because we need to. Thomas Tatar, it says he fits all forward lines, so we'll take a risk on him. And, well, he wants 6 years. We're going to offer him 3 because that's the most we can offer him. But we're going to go 3 years at $6 million a year. And then besides that, see, Dadonov wants way too much money. There's a lot of guys that want way too much money here. So, Dustin Byfuglien, maybe? There's a possibility there. Sign him for like 2 seasons at $6 million a year. We could do that, and he's a right-handed defenseman. And like, honestly, we have the cap space right now, so yeah, let's try it. See what he says. He's probably going to reject it, but it's always worth a shot to see if he actually wants to play here or not. And we need a right winger, possibly still. So, yeah, I'm hoping Byfuglien will sign just because he's got some value. Besides that, can't really ask for much more. I think maybe we could try to trade Lehner for either a pick or pair him with a center to get a better center. Do something like that. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to do, because Lehner has only got 1 year left, so I do want to kind of start working his way towards the door, and really not a lot of options here for players to pick up, that kind of thing. That's not great. Okay. So I'm going to go and try to propose a proper trade here, because nobody seems to want to actually give up a first rounder or anything like that. And okay, I just realized Florida's pick won us that second overall player, and that was a trade with Giordano like a while ago. Who do they have for centers? They have completely overpaid Ryan Johansson, and they have somewhat overpaid Matt Duchene. Actually, no, he's completely overpaid too. Jeez. That's a lot to look at and be like, oh yeah, we'll trade for that. Like, yeesh. Brant Clark's an option to move there, but you know, I do want to move what's his name here as well. I do want to move Lehner. So if we go Lehner and Clark, is that possible? See, the only problem with Clark is he's actually like a solid defender, or he will be eventually. So I don't exactly want to move him. Could we go with a guy like Brandon Carlo instead and try that trade? Not up to par. Okay. Can we go Guryanov as well? That might be close. No, it's not sufficient at all. It's because Duchene's an elite center, and even though he had a pretty bad year overall, he's still a good player in his own right. So you could try offering a guy like Sissons, and then you still have Jumbo Joe, Leopold. Duchene would be on your first line most likely. Yeah, and okay, so we're going to try this, see how it goes. That one gets accepted. Colton Sissons is just a higher rated player, and we do pick up a first round pick in that deal. So even though we're listed as a rebuilder, I think Duchene's going to jump back up. Please tell me Duchene jumps back up. Okay, good. So he's 86 rated. That gives me a little bit more hope with this team, because otherwise we would have problems. So if Steves is playing on the fourth line, I'm happy with that. That's totally okay with me. We just need to land some free agents here now, because otherwise, yes, we do have problems. And we are a rebuilder if we don't land these free agents. In who are the guys I offered? Bufflin and Tatar and Corey Perry, I believe, were the three guys that I was looking into. So let's advance a couple days, see how this goes. As a big trade with Lehner involved, and Nashville to land yet another first rounder. And well, let's see. Please tell me we land somebody. Okay, we get Corey Perry. We get Tristan Jarry. Do we get Bufflin? Oh, we do get Tatar, though. Bufflin hurts, man. I wanted that right-handed defenseman. And, I mean, we could go for Adam Larson again. Doesn't make sense to really do that. So, yeah, not entirely sure if we're going to go for him or not. Maybe we just go for a depth defender and call it a day, because that's apparently all our team needs if players grow. But players need to grow, so the left wing's not bad. It's actually pretty solid. And then the right wing is good too. We just need some depth defenders. So 280 rated overall kind of guys, and I think that'll be all. I don't want to go out and splash a ton of money on guys that aren't going to be good. Yeah. Like, you could go for a guy like Dadanov, or Dadanov, however you say it. Doesn't make a difference. Could even go and pick up a guy like Hinostroza again, just to, pick up some cap. He only has one season left here, so we could go $4 million for 1 year, and then go for guys like, I don't know, we need defenders. So I'm looking for slightly younger guys if possible. So a guy like Namath wouldn't be terrible. He would be all right, actually. 2 years, 2.1. That's pretty much what we're looking for. And he was a lefty. Oh, Slater Cuckoo would have been better. Justin Braun's a righty. Even though he's old, he apparently fits our system. So we'll go 2 years at $2 million for him as well. We're just trying to kind of pick up some cap here so that we don't have as much of a penalty on some random player. Yeah. So we just spent like $8 million on 2 players there, but since we kind of want to not take cap penalties, I'm going to go like $11 million for 1 year on Evgeny Dadonov, the absolutely redonkulous contract there. That's going to look so stupid when you're looking through the team and be like, oh, wow, okay, Dadonov's getting paid way more than he should be. Justin Braun thinks this team can make the playoffs. Ha! Oh, boy. Okay. Hinostroza does not sign, so that's all right, I guess. Namath wants more money. And, of course, Dadonov signs. Why wouldn't he? Why did you go to edit player? I didn't click that. And all of a sudden, Namath is in demand. Great. Is Cuckoo still available? Yes, he is. I'd much rather go for him. But there's 3 teams on him as well. So, $2.5 million for 2 years, Slater? Please? That's just, we need depth defense more than anything. And we should get him here. So he signed right away. And we're going to send him to the next season because, that was a slightly disappointing off season. It wasn't terrible. I'm not, distraught about how that went. But, it would have been nice to sign Bufflin. Would have been nice to pick up a couple good players like that. We'll see how this team does. 82 rated goaltending can win you the cup. I've seen it happen before in this franchise mode, but Detroit Red Wings. But no, I think our team will be all right this upcoming season. I don't think a 31st place finish is expected again, but you never know. You never know. It's NHL. So, not many expectations here for the team at all. And, yeah. I think this team will actually do just fine here. I like how it looks. I don't know exactly why they've put Steves where they did. But, I'm happy to see that he can play second line center. That's a good thing. Dadonov. Okay, this line should have more chemistry than they do. I don't understand why they don't have chemistry. Okay, let's go like that then. That works. Honestly, this is the perfect lineup right here. The way it's set up, we're going to be just fine. I'm happy with how the players have kind of panned out here. And guys are starting to look like they actually belong in their roles where they are. Oh my gosh, that top pairing's looking really scary now. And, this team is, I want to say this team's more legit than last year, but who knows? We could try Corey Perry on the 4th line. Yeah, that's probably better. Just get Steves with some other players here. He's a playmaker. He's number 8, it says. But yeah, Paul Byron shot back up after a down year in the AHL. And, hopefully Matsumoto can start playing some actual hockey here. Because, who knows? Tristan Jarry is still considered a high starter. I don't know. I don't know how this team's going to perform. I wish I could, kind of predict or tell you guys what I think is going to happen, but that is my honest opinion, is I have no clue how this team will do. Okay, we're going to try this line. It's all kind of young guys that we've drafted here in Bjorkstrand, Jakobsen, and Samsonov. That line honestly could get things done. It's very possible that they perform. But besides that, we are kind of short on centers here. And, I know Gunler can play center, so we're going to keep him in there. Okay, the AHL lineup's a little bit of a mess. It's not, stupid terrible, but it's also not ideal. So we're going to move Cole Schneider out. We're going to try Mahalik in here. And even though he fits, the rest of the guys really don't, apparently. On the defensive side, things look a little better. Bengoa and Emery are playing on that bottom pairing. And honestly, I think they're going to be just fine together. As far as the rest of the team goes, well, we got Caro and we got Abister here. Those guys should be able to get things done this season, and I'm not worried about the AHL. I'm not worried about the NHL team either, but, maybe I should be, because the way last season went, I was not expecting it, and, kind of, I guess you say it took me by surprise that our team went so downhill so quickly. We have the guys to win here. It's just more a situation of how messed up is the actual goaltending settings on NHL here, where an 82 rated tandem of Tristan Jarry and UC Saros can go way further than a good tandem of UC Saros and Robin Lehner. We will see. I don't know how exactly that's going to work, but yeah, we'll see. That's all I have to say about this lineup, is we will see. As far as our team goes, yes, Matsumoto and Pietrangelo have letters, but I'm kind of feeling Luke Leopold here, man. He had himself a decent year. He was playing in a really tough role last season, so I get the feeling he's going to be better this year. I just have that feeling. And, well, we will see in the next episode. So, looking at the draft, by the looks of it, there's more centers on their way. And who knows how that's going to turn out. It's always interesting to see. Looks like we got, it's mainly forwards here. Shane Wright, Dembski, or I guess it's Dembski. I don't know how else you'd say it. And Savoie is the 6th overall. Okay, so we know Savoie is going to be elite. And then after that, it's just a crapshoot. So, yeah, that's what we're working with right now. We got a pretty decent team here together after how last episode went. But I'm looking forward to seeing what this team can put together, what they can do. I know we're paying a couple guys ridiculous amounts of money, as in Jenny Dadonov, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's going to be it for me. If you guys are enjoying this Hamilton Tigers franchise mode, then go down below, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video to let me know that you guys are enjoying my content. Also, feel free to comment. Constructive criticism is appreciated. And that's going to be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Etanyos signing out, and see ya!